Am I on? I'm on. It's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it? Yes. Welcome to The Legacy, a community tribute to Dr. James Polk. We're going to get started. Just wanted to let everybody know there is food in the kitchen area, and you're welcome to bring your. It's in a to-go box, so you're welcome to eat in the kitchen or bring it back and eat it in here if you like. First come, first served. I'm just saying. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is what James Polk does best, some jazz music. And this is the Elias Haslinger Band. So we want to welcome to the stage on tenor sax, the beautiful guy on stage, Elias Haslinger. On guitar, Tommy Howard. On piano, David Mescadit. Mescatit. I always do that. Sam Pankey on the bass, and then Daniel Dufour on the drums. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you to the lovely Pam Hart, everybody. Give it up for Pam. Pam and Kevin and Harold have been working very hard to put this on for you today. So it's completely our honor to be here to celebrate the legacy of one of the greatest people that I know. And it's just a real honor to be here to play some music for you. So we're going to start off with a little bit of jazz while you're eating and milling about. And then we'll get the program started right about 6 o'clock. Does that sound good? All right. We're going to start off with a Cole Porter composition. It's called What Is This Thing Called Love? Thank you. What is this thing called Love by Cole Porter? Tommy Howard on guitar. Daniel Dufour on the drums. Sam Pankey on the double bass. David Mescatique on the piano. My name's Elias Haslanger, and welcome to the celebration of Dr. James Polk. Yes, and we're here to celebrate his amazing legacy, a celebration of his life and accomplishments, and we are going to hear from a lot of different folks along the way. And again, I'm very honored to be up here and be selected to play some music for you and for him because it's a big shoes, to be up here playing for Dr. Polk. I I am very fortunate. I know many of you out there, but I don't know some of you, and I have been very fortunate to be able to play music with Dr. Polk for many years, since 1994 actually, and for the last 10 years in a band of mine of ours called Church on Monday. And over the years, thank you very much. Thank you. Over the years, I've learned so much from this great man, not only by just watching his hands and listening to his music, but listening to all the stories that he has, right? Am I right about this? So many stories about Ray Charles and Lionel Hampton and Freddie King and Freddie Hubbard and Jimmy Smith. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And so I'm so very fortunate to be the recipient of some of those stories because I hold on to them. It's very important, his legacy. So we're here to celebrate it. And I can't wait to see the man because I haven't seen him in a while. And so we know we're all going to give him a big round of applause when he shows up. We love you, Dr. Poe. Thanks so much. Jason. All right, we're going to start the program here shortly. And we've worked on a very short one for you. If you want to let it close it up shortly. So, you see. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Elias, the Elias Hasslinger Quintet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, quintet. We want to thank y'all so much for coming out today for this, the best occasion of the century. A tribute to our brother, our father, our best friend, our mentor, our teacher, our pastor, our all of the above, our beloved Dr. James Polk. Yeah, here he is. I said Dr. James Polk. All righty, my name is Pamela Hart, and I'm so happy that you're here. And Harold McMillan and Jackie Cross and Kevin and I have been contemplating this program for a long time. And I'm so glad that we were able to make it possible today. So here to give greetings, and she's part of the East Austin Creative Coalition. Y'all know her as the wondrous singer and actress, Miss Jackie Cross.
Hey, everybody, you beautiful people. Listen, I hope my hair's all right because I've been running like a Hebrew slave making bricks with no straw today. Welcome, welcome, welcome you all. As Pam said, we have been talking about this for Doug, leave James Polk alone so I can do the welcome. Sit down, Doug. Sit down, Doug. Y'all say, sit down, Doug. As you can see, everybody wants to get to Dr. Polk, right? We've been talking about this for so long, over 2 years, and we had to fast track it because, life, we're getting older, right? Tomorrow isn't promised. We want to welcome you. I just want to go over a couple of house rules. If you see anybody that has on a badge like this, they're a host. Anything that you might need, where the restrooms are, they can direct you to that. There is, Pam, I hope I'm not stealing stuff you need to say. If you want to make a financial donation that will go directly to the Polk family, back there where that gentleman in hat is standing, there is a blue box. It says expressions of love. You can put cash, you can put checks in there. And that money is going directly to the Polk family, which I have seated right over here. Hey, James. Hey, Jeannie. So this is a labor of love. It was a community endeavor. You made it happen by your donation. So give yourselves a round of applause. My host will be around if you got any trash you can just hand it off to one of them. This is a cash bar. The Historic Victory Grill needs to make some money too, right? So get your drink on. I just want to welcome you and thank you to everybody who made a difference. All of our partners, and I'm not even going to start naming you all of our VIP people, and especially to you, our community, for being here tonight. I want you to sit back. I want you to relax. I want you to have a good time as we honor James Polk and pay homage to all he's done in the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jackie. And I want to make sure you all know that the three organizations that are wholly responsible, and then there are others that are part, but Diverse Arts Culture Works, as well as the Texas Music Museum and Women in Jazz. And then we have some other sponsors. We have Six Square, the Austin Jazz Society, the George Washington Carver Ambassadors, the Austin branch of the NAACP, Jazz at St. James, and Texas State University. And keep them coming. All right, so we want to make sure we read the proclamations, and I might do some shortcuts because I know the one that came from Women in Jet. All right, well, we're going to start with the city of Austin, and Zenobia Holt Rab is here to represent the city. We love Zenobia because she is in the economic development department from which a lot of us get funding.
Thank you all. And on behalf of Mayor Watson and Councilwoman Natasha Harper Madison, be it known that whereas Dr. James Polk's legendary music career spanned more than 70 years from his childhood in Corpus Christi to Houston Tillotson University, where he received his BA in 1962, and where he founded the James Polk and the Brothers Band, one of the first integrated bands in Austin. Whereas Dr. Polk toured Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana for a decade before joining the Ray Charles Orchestra as the organist, writer, arranger, and musical director, and was featured on several of the orchestra's recording. And whereas Dr. Polk also contributed to Texas music through his long career in teaching, earning his MA at Texas State University and serving on the faculty there from 1990 to 1996. Dr. Polk was awarded an honorary Doctor of Music from Houston Tillotson University in 1995, and bestowed the honor of Professor Emeritus of Jazz Studies from the Texas State University in 2007. And whereas Dr. James Polk is fondly known in the Texas music community as the granddad of Austin jazz, now therefore, Kirk Watson, mayor of the city of Austin, Texas, has hereby proclaimed today, February 19th, 2023, as Dr. James Polk Day. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Polk. Okay, so I have Travis County's Commissioner's Court proclamation from the judge, and all those previous whereases apply here. So there's a new one here that I'll add that says, whereas Dr. Polk's determination and his great work with Ray Charles led him to different projects, becoming the pianist, arranger, conductor for artists including Hank Crawford, Zola Taylor, and the Platters, and leading several Austin-based bands, such as James Polk and Company, Jamad Sextet, and Centerpiece. His style, deeply rooted in the blues, and it is an example of richness and experience. Dr. Polk performed with a group of incredible Texas musicians, jazz and blues artists like David Fathead Newman, Russell Jacket, Arnett Cobb, Don Wilkerson, and Ornette Coleman, and Pamela Hart. That's not in here. With his unique Texas flavor and sound. Dr. Polk. Okay, and Dr. Freddie Dixon is here, and under Dr. Freddie Dixon's leadership, James used to play, Dr. Polk, I'm sorry, my best friend, used to play jazz at Wesley United Methodist Church. So they were forward thinkers over there at that time. So here's a proclamation from Wesley United Methodist Church. It's a resolution for Dr. James E. Polk. They have your whole government name in here. We, the members of Wesley United Methodist Church, Austin, Texas, present this resolution in honor of Dr. James Edwin Polk on this day, Sunday, February 19th, 2023. Whereas Wesley United Methodist Church, Austin, Texas, is pleased to recognize our beloved church member, Dr. James Edwin Polk, who has contributed his musical gifts and talents to many of our worship services, past and present, in particular, former 8:30 a.m. contemporary worship service under the pastorate of Dr. Freddie B. Dixon Sr. Whereas Dr. Polk has contributed his musical gifts and talents to various special events and programs, in particular, the Afternoon of Classics and Jazz and the Evening of Classics and Jazz, organized by the music ministry of Wesley United Methodist Church. And whereas Dr. Polk has performed along with the James Polk Quintet and other guest musicians for the annual Candlelight Christmas service, whereas Doctor's humble beginnings started in his hometown of Yoakum, Texas, and he grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas. His musical path led him to attend a graduate, all that from HT, band leader Ray Charles, y'all know that. And whereas Dr. Polk, upon his return to Austin, Texas, continued to play and arrange music throughout Austin and surrounding areas, he has served as professor of jazz studies at Texas State University and also supported the Houston-Tillotson University Alumni Association through the Blues and Jazz fundraisers. Y'all remember the Blues and Jazz? Be it resolved that Wesley United Methodist Church hereby commends Dr. James Edwin Polk for his exceptional musical contributions to our church, the city of Austin, the state of Texas, the United States of America, and the global community at large. Dr. Polk is indeed a musical treasure. We are proud to have him as a member of our Wesley family. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be prepared for Dr. Polk and his family as an expression of love from Wesley United Methodist Church, Austin, Texas. But I will. Dr. James Polk and I are so close. One time I was at the elephant room and I saw Dr. Polk. I just get so excited. And I ran. I jumped and hugged him, and he said, "You can't jump on me like that, little girl." But I just forgot where I was because I just love him so much. And yes, he and I both went to Texas State University, and we graduated at the same time. And at the same night, they honored us as distinguished graduates. So they're still honoring him. I don't hear from them no more about me. But but that's Dr. Polk. And I think there's one more proclamation here. Yes, that always happens. Let's see. Oh, this is from our NAACP. Proclamation for Dr. James Polk. Whereas jazz music has been recognized and embraced as a critical part of the Black and American experience, whereas Dr. James Polk arrived in Austin in 1958 and attended HT and earned a degree in music and education, whereas Dr. Polk then began his teaching career at All Black Washington High in Elgin, Texas, while studying for his master's at Texas A&M University, Kerrville, whereas Dr. Polk will begin a musical journey that included Larry Collins, Martin Banks, Matthew Robinson, and others, including a 10-year stint with none other than Ray Charles. Now, therefore, I, Nelson Linder, on behalf of the Austin, Texas NAACP, in appreciation of Dr. James Polk's devotion of service to the city of Austin, has requested there be a permanent record. Somebody say permanent record. Acknowledging his service and contributions in this community. President of the Austin branch, signed by Nelson Linder. Thank you. Those are our proclamations for today. And now we're going to continue. We're going to have a tune. You ready? Oh, okay. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin keeps me on track. All right, we have everybody who wants to make remarks. So, you guys just recognize that we're going to limit remarks to a couple of minutes, and we can't get remarks from everyone. So we have some people that we've put on the remarks list. I did add your name, Freddie, in case you want Dr. Dixon, in case you want to say something. Well, we're going to first hear from Dr. Beulah Agnes Curry Jones.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diva Hart. When Pam mentioned about how far back James Polk, the one and only Dr. James Edward Polk, goes back in Austin, Texas history, we had the opportunity. At that time, I was teaching at a small school named St. John's Elementary School. The visiting traveling band teacher in Austin School District was Mr. Roy Patterson. Dr. Polk at that time was a student at Houston Tillotson College, so Mr. Patterson was his supervising teacher for him doing his student teaching. He had to come to St. John's as well as to go to all the other schools, thank the Lord. And one day, though sometimes Mr. Patterson would ask me to come and sit in and play for the 5th and 6th graders so they could see him direct with the baton and everything, I wasn't asked to come that day to play for the band rehearsal and the band practice. Yet we could hear this music coming all the way down the hall from the stage with the curtains closed where the training band met. And we all knew it wasn't Beulah Agnes playing. We all knew it wasn't Mr. Patterson playing. But I broke out of my classroom and just had to go and see who was that playing. Went behind the curtains and I said, Mr. Patterson, who is that? And he said, oh, just a minute. And he said, let me introduce you. This is James Polk. James Polk in the early 60s, training under Mr. Patterson, who's from a musical family here in Austin. And I stood there too long. Miss Della Phillips, who was the head teacher, I could hear her say, Beulah, you need to get back to your class. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As I left the stage, I'll never forget Mr. Patterson's remarks about the one and only Dr. James Edward Polk. He said, Beulah, we're going to hear a whole lot from this young man. And that was in the early 60s. And Pam mentioned about the HT alumni who had the jazz festival. And Dr. James Polk, I just happen to have here a program from 2001 where you and the group appeared at Doris Miller Auditorium, and the lineup did include Gary Clark, Martin Banks, and James Polk, already giving and paying it forward already. Just happened to have another picture of where he was participating at the Blues Festivals years later. And this was in 2007. There are so many wonderful stories I could share, but there is a thing called time, right? And as much as I would like to keep sharing, I have to say one more thing, and that is, as his talent was recognized and spread nationally and internationally, I want to tell that years ago, many of us went to Whole Foods. They said, going to Whole Foods to hear Polk, but Whole Foods knew what it was all about, didn't they? And they had him playing right there at Whole Foods, and I promise you, the cellar was crowded every Friday night and every Wednesday night right after we would leave prayer meeting and go so we could hear James. Thank you so much, James. We love you. We appreciate you.
Sure. Thank you so much. As my mentor and good friend, Dr. James Polk, told me when I was a young man, you can never let a set go by without playing the blues.
you so much. We're going to hear remarks now from Miss Eva Lindsay.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so glad to have this tribute for James at the historic Victory Grill. The historic Victory Grill has been here since 1945. Yeah. And James Polk has been performing not just 1945, but almost. But I met James when I was 13 years old. I was a student of Roy Patterson's at Keelan Junior High School. And that's what Dr. Curry was talking about. Okay. Is that better? All right. Well, when I met Dr. Polk, Dr. Patterson said, do something with her because she's busy. And what he did was he taught me to play acoustic bass. I was 13 years old. Now I'm 75 now. And that stayed with me all this time because he not only taught me, but he embraced me in learning that instrument. And that instrument became my passion. I played it all the way through high school. I played in the jazz band at L.C. Anderson High School. I was the only girl. And I played with the Anderson High School Gospel Orchestra, which was with Kenneth Rowe and Carl Neal. And I played bass. And I played also a solo in concert at Prairie View. And we won state championship. And I you made a impression on my life. Yes, he did. And so I want to thank him, and I want to thank you all for coming and supporting.
Thank you, Miss Eva. All right, we have another special presentation for you, Dr. Polk and family. And this one is different.
Good evening. How's everyone this evening? Good. Well, my name is Mary Lindsay. I'm Eva Lindsay's baby sister. I know Mr. Polk as well as his wife. I know his wife very, very well. She's like a big sister to me. I know Mr. Polk because my sister talked about him all the time, and I used to admire her playing the bass. And she would tell me the story about how Mr. Polk helped her and mentored her to learn how to play the bass. So basically what I'm doing today, I'm just presenting them with something special. I have a t-shirt business, and I'm giving each one of them a t-shirt. I have different styles. If anyone else would like to purchase one, you can order one from me. But there are 3 different styles. Okay, and so basically I want to present the family with t-shirts that I specially made from my heart, designed for you and your latest album, Go With the Flow.
Thank you so much. All right, so we have an award from the Texas Music Museum. Mr. Clay Shorkey. And the posters that you see outside are from the Texas Music Museum, the one with the red frame. And right under those posters, did you notice the bowl of peanut brittle? Those are takeaway gifts, but right next to that bowl of peanut brittle is a Women in Jazz Pay Apps graphic. So where you can pay Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And those are other ways that you can donate. And all the proceeds will go to Dr. James Polk. So just put in your note. We'll know it because it's from today for Dr. Polk. But someone was asking how we can do apps, and that's how you can do it. There's a sign out there. You could just scan and pay. Scan and pay. All right, Clay. All the members of the Texas Music Museum are here. Why don't y'all stand up? Including yours truly. I'm a member. I'm a new member. Bernadette Pfeiffer. Who's that? Jason, Leon. Okay, so he gave James Polk a nice crystal award, I suppose. You don't want to say anything, Clay? Right quick, right quick.
Gave us that hat from Grey Ghost. You remember that? It's in the case from James. James had the Grey Ghost hat, and they gave it. That's now in our showcase over there. Anyway, yeah. And so, Texas Music Museum, we started 39 years ago, and 3 of the original board members are here: Agnes, and Rudy Martinez, and myself. And James, of course, has been one of our wonderful people that's helped us try to preserve the history of Boston and Texas music. And so we're so happy to award this Distinguished Texas Musician Award. James.
All right, we're going to have a selection now from our band. Get down, get down, get down, get down.
duck time. We love you, Dr. Polk. We love you, Dr. Polk. We miss you on Monday nights. So glad you're here, and we're celebrating your incredible legacy. We love you. Come on up.
All right. All right, at this time, we have more awards, just endless awards for Dr. Polk. And here is the Carver, George Washington Carver ambassadors. And you got ambassadors, and you guys need to look into the ambassador program. They're looking for new members, aren't you, Bernadette? And James Polk and I have been doing their Christmas at Carver. Leon has been producing that, and we've done 15 years straight. And so we love the Carver ambassadors. So here's Miss Bernadette Pfeiffer.
Thank you, Pam. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Hello? That's it? Thank you. As Pam said, I'm Bernadette Pfeiffer. And I know earlier last week I had asked Pam, how much time do we have? And so I said, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Well, 2 minutes might be too much. But I want to say to you, we've heard of treasures and that James and Jeannie are treasures in our community. But more than just the treasure, I want you to understand they are the gems. They're the diamonds. They're the rubies. They're the emeralds of Austin, Texas. Don't forget that. And we're here tonight to celebrate those gems of which they are. Now, we want to present to Dr. Polk and Jeannie. You can take a part of this too. And family. But this is just a little celebration. It's kind of heavy, but a celebration of what he has given and continues to give to this community. He is our gem. So thank you both. And yeah, goes in that box right there. So who's next? Okay.
Thank you, Bernadette and Leon. Speaking of Jeannie Polk, if you've ever dated a musician, you know how hard it is, right? Actually, it's not very hard if you have your own thing. It's only hard for ladies that don't have their own thing, because then they're always under you, want to know where you are when you're coming back home. But when you're very confident in yourself, you're all right. And every time I go see Miss Jeannie Polk, I leave cooler than I arrived, because she's so cool. She is so cool. She don't sweat it. She has faith that the Lord's going to see everything through. And everywhere you look around her house, you see the word joy. Joy. So when I go over there, I'm all right when I leave the Polk household. So thank you for that, Miss Jeannie. I love you for that. Let's see. Is the band? The band just played. All right. I know the band needs to earn their keep. But we wanted to hear from Miss Donna Mittenthal, because us singers, James helped a lot, us singers, and she wanted to have something to say. And then we'll hear from the band. She came ready. She came ready. All right, Skip. Dr. Freddie Dixon, would you like to say a few words? I'll bring you the mic. Hold on. All right, we're gonna hear from Dr. We have to hear from Dr. Freddie Dixon because Kevin and I have been married 36 years, and he married us, so he does things right. He knows how to do it.
Thank you, Mr. And thank you. Yeah, your song? All right. I'd just like to say to those who organized this afternoon, congratulations to you for your fortitude and for your remembering James Polk. Let's give him a hand. And certainly to the mistress of ceremony in her own right, Miss Pam Hart, and certainly I have to congratulate her as well, and to her partner, Kevin, as well. I had the opportunity to marry both of them. The word that I would like to share is the fact that so very often we don't give the just due to people whom we need to recognize in the African American community. And certainly Jeannie Polk and the Dr. Polk have been anchors in our community, and we want to congratulate them, celebrate them on this day, and we're grateful for the organizers. That's all I have to say. You can't say any more than congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we also want to recognize we've had our sponsors, but we've had contributors from $10 to $200, and we want y'all to know we appreciate that too, as well as some non-financial contributions like KAZI, who advertised for us, KUTX, and I was on this morning with Jay Trachtenberg, and we had a great time. And then the Villager newspaper. Did you see that beautiful article they put in the newspaper? Yeah, so we want to thank them. And then, let's see, Diamond Limousine Service, who brought James here, James and his Dr. Polk and his family here today. And now we will hear from the band. All right, so James, one of James's first vocal proteges, Miss Donna Mittenthal, is going to come and sing. Is she using that mic? I got you, I got you. So what if maybe, let's see. No solos all around.
I love it. I love James Polk. In a few words, you see. I just love James Polk. I came to town. I sat in with him. It started a whole big story. Should I tell the story later and we'll do a song now? Yeah. Good thinking. That's not joking. Them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it's really loose news. Oh, your mama may have, and your papa may have. God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own. When the strong get smart, while the weak ones fade, empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Oh, your mama may have, and your papa may have. God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Money, you've got lots of friends. They'll be crowded round, right around your door. But when money's gone and spending ends, those friends won't come around no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, please. Don't take too much. Oh, your mama may have, and your papa may have. God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Money, you've got lots of friends. Round and round your door. But when money's gone and all that spending ends, they won't come around no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, please don't you take too much. Oh, your mama may have, oh, and your papa have. God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own, that's got his own. Dr. James Polk certainly has his own. Thank you. I have some dirty stories to tell later.
Donna Menthol, y'all. One more time. One more time. Donna.
Thank you, Donna Menthol. All right, Dr. Polk, as everyone came in this evening, you were given an opportunity to sign a card for Dr. Polk.
Check.
This is a big old card. It has my favorite picture with your white suit. I took this picture. And inside has signatures from everybody. You know, some cards are blank, but this card started with a message, and it says, "Thank you for teaching us, don't forsake the groove. Austin will always love you." All right, is Harold McMillan here? Are you ready? All right. This is my I don't know if I'm older than you or not, so I'll say my brother. This is my brother Harold McMillan. He and I have been friends for a long time, to the extent that he helped me start the Women in Jazz Association. So we've been supporting each other's arts organizations over the years, and we thank him for motivating us to do more.
Is this on? It is on. I'm from Northeast Texas, Emory, Texas, and up there they say, "How y'all darn?" I had prepared about 30 minutes, but Kevin told me I couldn't do that. I got two, so I'll speed it up. I quote myself. I sent an email back to Elias earlier today, and I said, "Good work is good to do." You know? And I believed it before I wrote it down, and I believe it now. So we love you, James, but we had a team of folks come together to do this and got you here because we knew that you loved James that much to get you here, you know? So I think the hard work was just putting the show together and letting you know, come and do this. I met James many years ago when I was probably a graduate student doing research on the music history of this district. And he fascinated me. He taught me a whole bunch of stuff. And I got to be a pain in his ass because I was running an arts organization with no money. And every time I called him, he stepped up. Every time. He stepped up. We've got an oral history interview with him, and I hadn't thought about it until today, but the takeaway that I got from that oral history interview that I did with him was get up and go to work every day, because it's hard out here. And it's real hard out here for black folks and for black folks in East Austin. Because at the time, and this was 1990-ish, we were already talking about what was coming here. You know, help us make this a cultural heritage district that people are proud of and that come to hear and feel music in the Victory Grill. I know. We've got a new organization, East Austin Creative Coalition. We are in bed, and it's good there, with 6 Square, and we are intent on blowing this district up, and we need your help. Sure enough do. Now, James Polk. back in the day, I thought I was the kid, you know, and I felt like this. I still feel like this, but we're now the same age, so you are more deserving as any musician in this town of a whole bunch of hugs and kisses and thank yous, and on occasion, a finger in the face going, "What are you doing?" Because you and Martin Banks used to do that to me. I got something for you, James. James, pardon me, Dr. James Polk is the first recipient of the Austin Cultural Icon Award. For a lifetime of achievements in music, education, community service, and groove. And we are happy to be here. We are happy that you are here. And I ain't gonna cry, but this is real stuff, and we're glad you're sharing this.
All right, come on, y'all. Come on, band. Y'all can play too. I didn't come prepared, but you don't have to be prepared when you do the blues. I want y'all to help me out with all right. And that beautiful award that Harold just showed, Reggie Thomas, one of our premier artists, made that etched glass. And thank you, Reggie. I need some help, but all right, okay. You win. I won't take long. I got 2 minutes. Well, all right. Okay. You win. I'm in love with you. Well, all right. Okay. You win. Baby, what can I do? I'll do anything you say. It's just got to be that way. Well, all right. Okay. You win. I'm in love with you. All right. Okay. You win. Baby, what can I do? Anything you say, I'll do. As long as it's me and you. Now all that I am asking, and all I want to do, just love me like I loved you, and it won't be hard to do. Well, all right, okay, you win.
do. If you wanna be my man, then come and take me by the hand. All that I am asking, and all I want to do, just love me like I love you, and it won't be hard to do. Somebody say, all right, okay, you win. I'm in love with you, but all right, okay, you win. Baby, what can I do? If you wanna be my man, say if you wanna be my man. If you wanna be my man, come and take me by the hand. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, okay, you win. Yeah. All right. All right, today has been a fabulous day, but anytime you plan something, you know, Murphy comes around. That's anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But we had a safety net today with some help from Will. What's your name? Will Johnson over here in the hat. Isn't he cute? He helped us move stuff around, and Kevin Hart was here to help save the day and move things around. And you see, Jackie has been from the door to the kitchen to the backyard to the cake. And all of her volunteers, let me say their names. Let me say their names. We have Michael Brennan, Yolanda Daniels, Donna Lipton, William Scallion, Angie Taylor, Andrea West. I saw Chandra Washington helping back there, and I don't know who else they grabbed. Danita Nelson. We appreciate y'all so much. And I'm going to call you again when it's time for Women in Jazz. So appreciate you so much. All right, and anytime we, you know, as mature folks do something, we like to make sure that we pass it on to the youth. So we have a young man here today that's going to come up and sing for us. His name is Joshua Danbury. Yeah.
Some more of the blues. Thank you all so much for letting me sing. It's such an honor to be here to pay tribute to this legend. I've heard about you. I grew up here in Austin, and it's really incredible to see you so uplifted by this community. So it means so much to be here. And thank you, Pamela, for allowing me the stage to sing. This is a little bit more of the blues. Don't get around much anymore. Missed the Saturday dance. Heard the crowd at the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. I just don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. I just don't get around much anymore. Well, my darling, I guess that my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why I stir up old memories? I've been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? They'd have asked me about you. I just don't get around much anymore. Well, my baby, I guess that my mind's more at ease. Oh, but nevertheless, why stir up the low memories? I've been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? They'd have asked me about you, baby. I just don't get around much anymore. It's even without you. I just don't get around much anymore. Oh, Sippy, I just don't get around much anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Polk.
Thank you, Joshua. All right, now we selected the Elias Haslinger Band because of his work with Dr. James Polk, especially at church on Monday. So we're going to have Elias make some remarks, and then the band's going to take us out.
Okay, thank you so much, Pam. I'll make them brief because I know we're on a tight schedule. So thank you to Pam, thank you to Kevin, thank you to Harold, thank you for the entire group of folks that put this together. One more time for everybody who organized this and brought us all together to celebrate this great man, Dr. James Polk. We love you, Dr. Polk. We love you so much. I will tell you personally, I've been playing with him since I was about your age. Back in 1994, I used to have black hair, and I first showed up at one of the Jamad gigs, I think, with Martin Banks and Dr. Polk, and I came with my horn. I was very bashful. I was like, "May I please sit in, sir?" He was like, "Come on up here, young man." And ever since then, he's been my mentor. He's been my father figure. He's been my educator. He's been everything to me. I'm so lucky to be able to call him a dear friend. We miss you on Monday nights, but we know that you're there in spirit. We thank you all from the bottom of our heart for everything that you've given to us. We love you, and we hope to see you again real soon, okay, Dr. Polk? Thank you, everybody. Dr. James Polk. Dr. James Polk, everyone. We got one more, Pam? Okay. Daniel Dufour on the drums, Sam Pankey on the bass, David Mescatique on the piano, Tommy Howard on the guitar, yours truly Elias Haslanger, dedicated to the great Dr. James Polk.
Let's hear it for...
So, was that Eddie Harris or Freddie Hubbard? Come on now.
I just have a few remarks. My name is Kevin Hart, and one day Pam has said, or I'm sorry, Pam had got the bread buttered. She had a conversation with James Polk,
he told Pam, this says, have KC call me. My name is KC. And so I called James, and James says, hey, KC, you might want to buy Pam a PA system to help support her. I said, well, that's a great idea. So that's basically what got me into sound, and I really appreciate your your assistance. Speaking of sound, I'd like to thank Brandon Green for running the sound. I'd like to thank Ever Calderon for running video, Cam Yarbrough for photography, and I hope I didn't miss anyone from the technical crew. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I started working with this couple, these folks right here, some years ago, when when we were real young, and we have continued to be in touch and worked on projects together. And I want you to know that putting this together, these guys, God, Kevin, meticulous Kevin, open-minded, energetic, artistic Pam, they're great production folks to work with. You know, it just, yeah. So for the most part, Jackie Cross, who is a board member of the East Austin Creative Coalition, Pam and Kevin, who are rock stars, with some help with another Creative Coalition board member, Danita Nelson. And I got on stage. This is my second time on stage tonight, and I always tell people I just like to sit in the corner. But I'm going to own this one. This was my idea. We wanted to do this. You know, this came up months and months ago. And, well, yeah. And we rolled it, and the time was right. And the Victory Grill was available. And it shouldn't happen anywhere else in Austin but here. And sister girl Eva Lindsay is in the house tonight, who babysit this room for, I don't know, 12, 15 years or whatever. So I ain't trying to do a history lesson or nothing. What I'm trying to convey to you is that where you are sitting right now used to be Black Downtown East Austin, and it ain't no mo, you know? So, me too. And I'm not from Austin. The thing is, there are a lot of people from Austin that saw their blood get bulldozed and urban renewed, you know? And it's kind of late. It's kind of late to roll it back, but I see you, Kevin. It's late to hold it back, but we have to, I quote myself again, this is the last stand, you know? We need your help with this. Six Square needs your help. The Creative Coalition needs your help. Any arts organization that is trying to focus their attention on trying to build and rebuild this community culturally, in terms of preservation, in terms of art production, creative production, we need your help. We need you to come back here. And I can announce to you tonight, legally, that that proposal for Kenny Dorham Center, that's going to happen. You know? It's in the pipeline. The city owns that pipeline. So we're not talking about next year or 18 months, but it's in the pipeline. It's on paper, it's official, and we're going to have a cultural anchor to this district that really is anchored by the Victory Grill. So I know half of y'all, I'm going to be asking you for money right and left because I don't have a staff. You know, we're a startup, but that's what the work is about. And if you can help us do the work, then it will make some of our lives easier. You know, because we had bills to pay here. Kevin and Pam ain't made no money. Jackie ain't made no money. I ain't made no money. You know, this is the stuff that I get paid to do. So just remember, Six Square, remember that name. East Austin Creative Coalition, remember that name. Help us. And show appreciation to Brother James and to Elias and today's version of Church on Monday, and we will bid you a very good and lovely night. Thank you for coming out. Oh. I keep getting cues from the side of the stage. Ready to go? Okay, so I have been corrected 14 times today, and I'll just do this really quick. So we wanted this to be truly a community event. We have hard cost. It's free. We want you to come. We paid to get it live streamed out into the intranets internationally. Many of you that are sitting in here tonight paid money to help us put this on and make it free and give you some iced tea and some Southern soul food. And we still raised enough money that you gonna say it? Pam's gonna say it. Oh, I'm gonna say it. This was about James. This was about Dr. Polk. This was about Brother James. And y'all allowed us to do this for the community for free. And we wrote a check to James because that was really the point of this.
Yeah.
So put your glasses on and read this big check right here.
Leave James alone. We want to present him something real quick, so leave him alone for just a second.
So we are very happy, the producers of this event, to present James and Jeannie with a check for $1,000.
$1,000, y'all.
And young blood here, I think, is going to do the official acceptance for the family. It was James's great-grandson, right?
Yeah. You want to say anything?
No, you might as well
and the donations that you made in the little blue box back there, which is still back there, so there's time for more, will be going to the Polk family. So give yourselves a hand.
Have some cake.
Eat some cake.
Church on Monday.
Get you some more drinks.
Who gonna buy me a shot of whiskey? Because I ain't been to the bar all night long.
And when you get him a shot, get me some wine. Cabernet.